Hey, this is how I see it. We should play this game for life.
What game?
Macking, hanging.
Welcome back to the Mac and the Hanging podcast. I'm your host, Trey. This is episode 103. And before we actually got on the mic, we was having a wild ass fucking debates about all type of wild ass shit. My blood pressure is rising like shit. But I'm still here with Rico,
What up, though?
Meech,
Yes, sir.
and this is episode 103. We actually recorded an episode last week and we had Najee on there. And if y'all don't know by now, whenever we have Najee on the podcast, there are always some miraculous, wild technology issue that happens where some shit will break within the system and we couldn't get that episode out. So I know everyone was like, yo, where the fuck is episode 103? That shit's in the toilet. That's what that shit said.
Hey, Meek, you got saved, dog.
Oh, hell yeah. Definitely got
That
saved.
look on your face. That look on your face was fucking priceless and shit.
Oh, when you killed,
and you may not have noticed.
It's all
Oh
right.
yeah. We talking about the little.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh damn, I forgot. So yeah, we had a moment.
It doesn't exist.
That
so
shit
I don't know
actually
what you're talking
because
about.
Rico
Making up
had
lies.
Rico.
It's always in
Rico,
the archives, man.
Yeah, Rico had exposed Meech as the one that put because we had did a whole
Prove it. You can't prove you
review
exposed me.
of Weeknd's. Yeah, we did a whole review of Weeknd's album that dropped last week, and me and my brother were saying how much we loved the album. We're not going to really do it again, but we were saying we loved it, and Rico and I said they hated that shit. But then, long story short, Rico was like, bro, I put you on the Weeknd. And my brother was like, fuck out of here, fat man. You ain't do that shit. So, naturally, Rico has been holding on to texts from 10 years ago. Dude pulled up a text from 10 years ago. I don't even know how he still had that screen capture in his phone, but it was the quickest receipt. It was almost like he was like circling the day, like he got days of like when he gonna tell us he put us on or some shit. Like
I don't recall what you're talking about.
No, man, I just always keep the receipts, man. As long as the receipts is alive, the conversation will always be alive, man.
If you can't prove it, that never happened.
So that episode, and that episode happened. But that's just in the toilet. I had to actually delete it, so the world will never know if Meech got exposed or not. But what you also may know is I'm over here rocking some new threads on the old eyeballs here. Look at the eyeballs. I'm trying to make sure I can, see the screen and whatnot. So I decided to get me some new glasses because I was staring at the screen. Like I work from home and I do like digital advertising, so I'm like staring at screens all damn day, right? And I started to notice that like I was not able to see a lot of shit. Like I was walking into glass doors and all type of shit. I was like telling Danny a certain color outfit was different. I'm like, that shit blue, ain't it? That shit was green. I'm like, shit, I was going blind now. So I decided to buy me some glasses, and this might be my new look. My brother said, now that I have these glasses on, he for sure gonna beat my ass. So, I guess that's just how Meech is just living. But yo, Rico,
What's up, though?
how you been macking though?
Should been interesting. I start school Tuesday and shit, so I'm getting that journey started.
That's your hanging, bro. You gotta go from the Mac and say, remember Mac and
me and Tierra been chilling and shit. Ain't shit been too much going on, dog. Same old shit, usual. Chilling like a motherfucker.
The divorce ink still on that shit? Do you send that shit off yet, or how's that shit going? I know the lawyer sent me a fucking email. He was wondering. He said he was gonna fax this today, but he never sent it through. So I'm guessing you like pulled the plug on that.
Ain't shit going on, man. We still rocking. As far as my hanging go, my baby been being potty trained, so that's been lit.
That shit fire.
That's been an interesting journey to say the least. School for me start Tuesday and shit. You ever feel like you ever had some good shit going on and then another big ass hurdle just come through and shit?
No, what happened?
Nah, it's some wild ass shit going on with my job. I can't confirm it just yet and shit, but it's some wild ass shit.
Oh no, I agree. Here's how I know what you're talking about. Because here's how it would normally weird that happens to me. Like right before I'm about to get some amazing ass shit, there are always like some bullshit. But I always take that, to me, I always use that as a sign that something amazing is going to happen. Like before you can get to this great shit, there has to be a curveball that has to come. Like every time, like I remember right before I decided to fucking move back, like get that my first job in marketing and shit. The biggest thing was I went homeless. So like it was like, oh shit, like I had this big ass opportunity, but then also I was homeless and shit, and it was like the big ass curveball. So that's what you about to kind of be.
That's where I'm at right now. Like one of them big ass changing things, and it's just like, damn, is you really just trying to stop me from going to school and shit? Because that ain't gonna happen and shit. I'm at a point now where everything has to be on and shit.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, that's 100% facts. Like nothing is gonna stop me from finishing school now and shit except for my goddamn self, and I'm so goddamn determined and shit. Like this feel like my last like option and shit, so I gotta get it right and shit.
Oh no, you got this shit, bro.
Yeah,
you got this shit. So, but that's how you been hanging though. Like you just you said school start when?
Tuesday for me and shit.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
But besides that, everything good. You still eating turtles and shit like that.
Nah, nigga. Oh, I go to my first basketball game in VR on Monday and shit.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I was that close last night. I was drunk as hell. I was about to buy the Oculus. Like I was talking.
No, that motherfucker is lit.
Bro, I was talking to this mother because like me and Danny, we was in Brooklyn at some little party, and the party was actually lit as shit. But one of her homeboys and shit, I was trying to tell dude like about the metaverse and all that shit. It was just drunk as hell. Unless you know, we both on Target.com buying or looking at the Oculus prices, and I had that shit in my cart. Mind you, it's like fucking 12 a.m. and I'm like getting ready to buy fucking the Oculus. I'm like, one, hearing what they were talking about on button shit, then hearing Rico doing that little fighting shit.
Yeah,
like, what the hell? That shit sounds fun.
I do that fighting shit every night. It actually, if you notice, my neck getting a little smaller and shit. I've been doing that shit like a motherfucker.
Nah, I don't know. This is the first time I even noticed that was a neck under there. I always thought that shit was just a big ass potato tucked under your chin and shit.
No, I'll be doing boxing every night and shit. That shit be. No, I'm telling you, this Oculus shit is like next level and shit. But this just like what we doing now is just like the beginning of it and shit. Like pretty soon. Oh, I went to a 2 Chainz concert in my headset and shit. That shit was
damn. That shit sound, bro. I'm about to buy that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I was scared of that shit, but I'm buying that shit though.
I went to a 2 Chainz one. I think tonight I'm gonna go to this Young Thug concert on my headset and shit. Like this is all kind of wild ass shit that be going on and shit.
So you and your wife golfing? You and your wife both got that shit?
No, I just bought one and shit. Them bitches, they cost a little bit.
So yeah, they like $400.
Yeah, I ain't finna be buying 2 of them hoes. Me and my wife just shared that shit.
Oh, weird. Yeah. But yo, Mitch, how you been macking though?
My macking been good. I went on a little mini vacation last weekend or whatever.
Yo, get closer to the mic though.
You can hear me? Need me to turn it up a little bit?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, turn it up because your way is hella small.
All right, well, you could talk while I fix this.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, what about now?
His mic right now, so you know how that shit gotta do. Yeah.
What about now? I'm good.
Yeah, you good. Yeah.
All right, but yeah, my macking been good though. Last weekend I went on a little mini vacation with a girl I've been rocking with. It got a little serious or whatever because it ended up being more family there from her people that I wasn't really expecting. So, you know, sometimes that could be a little weird meeting people, family or whatever, if you didn't plan for it. So that was a little.
And that's a new level in the relationship too. Like you like, what the hell?
Oh, we not even together, so I was a little like, okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's worse because like that's when she's like throwing the first like I'm trying to make you my dude type shit.
I know.
She trying to make you official like fucking shit.
She was introducing you to her grandma, all type of shit. Like, hey grandma, he right here. Like, oh, it's pleasure to meet
my baby husband.
The grandma already called you the
you know how
husband.
grandmas be saying, when you gonna put a ring on it? Like
Oh,
grandma just
hell
met her
yeah.
2 weeks ago and shit.
Yeah, that shit's funny as hell. But
But yeah.
that shit actually happened to me before too. But keep going though.
But yeah, so that was interesting or whatever. But I feel I'm in control of my love life, so I don't feel nobody pressuring me into anything or whatever. And then as far as my hanging going, this week was a little interesting because my class was out because of COVID, so I've been substituting at different schools. And we had this one kid, he had ran out. No, we was doing recess. And recess was over, it was time to go in, but he decided he didn't want to go in. So he just like ran out of the school and shit. He was gone like a road runner. So I had to chase him. That shit was pretty stupid and shit. That had me thinking about applying for a different job, and I was chasing his beanhead eyes.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you, man. You be having some funny ass statuses and shit.
No, he said that shit had him thinking about applying for different jobs. You was feeling like Antonio Brown. I know niggas be having these Antonio Brown moments.
No, I was
once
just
a
thinking
week at
like
work and shit.
Hell yeah.
When it happened, I was just like, man, I don't know if I get to pay enough to be running after another motherfucking kid or whatever. And then when I finally called him, he told me, he was like, when I finally called him, he was like, you shouldn't be alive. I was like, God damn, I'm like, the hell I got to do with anything?
Shit.
Yeah, nah, he was angry as hell.
Shit.
He was angry as a bitch.
God
whatever.
damn, he's a angry ass, Columbine ass little nigga.
Hell yeah.
But
yo, is this a white kid?
No, he's a black kid who's adopted by a white family, so he got a lot going on. Or whatever, so
Dude say you shouldn't be alive. I would have smacked the shit out of him once he said that shit. What you gonna do? Do something, damn, little soft ass nigga.
That's some wild ass shit.
Yeah, substituting,
but
it's not for the weak or whatever, because like they don't know you, so they just feel like they about to hop on a table and play electric
run
guitar.
Over you and shit.
Yeah, they go pretty ape shit. So yeah, that this week
shit, I used to love when we had subs back in the day though.
Yeah, this week has been very exhausting for me. Substituting at different schools, that shit is not for me. So I'm glad that shit is over with. Because I will not be chasing nobody student like a motherfucking deer in the woods and shit. I ain't gonna put the school on blast or whatever, but yeah. And then I also been getting back to trying to exercise because I feel like since the winter hit, I slowed down on that or whatever. But I ain't slowed down on eating that yummy, delicious, unhealthy shit. So I need to get myself back in order or whatever.
That shit be too damn good. You be like, what the fuck? Am I eating another goddamn cheese sandwich and shit?
Nah, I might have ate Wingstop Monday through I showed Thursday.
You had a grilled cheese and shit. That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, just trying to get myself back together or whatever, focus on me. I did redo my resume or whatever to open up more options for myself or whatever. You know, I will throw on some lies on that bitch. Whatever to...
The nigga said he was a CEO. He said CEO of Google and shit. That was one of his jobs. He put CEO of Google for 5 years.
Oh no, that's a fact.
Before we start this topic, that one-hand basketball player.
Hell yeah.
That one-hand basketball player, Emmanuel, dog, nice as fucking shit.
Right, let's not get off topic though. Fuck around, Rico.
I just said before we started shit.
Nigga, I gotta get to my Mac and hanging this shit. Old turtle head ass nigga. Old head shaped like a booty cheek head ass nigga. But you say you done though?
I say your head shaped like a booty cheek. That motherfucker. That shit wow. Hey, wait. Hey, so I wanna say something because of that. That's hilarious. That joke right there is the reason why I haven't officially like went bald yet or whatever. Cause like obviously I'm stressing out and losing hair and shit, but every time I see a bald man walking by and shit, that shit look like a lonely life to live. So I gotta keep this fight alive. I can't have a nigga telling my head look like a motherfucking booty cheek.
Yeah, no, that's a disrespectful little joke right there, though.
Yeah,
But
I ain't worried about that shit. I was killing his glasses
Uh,
before we started, but I'm gonna let him slide and shit.
yeah, that shit crazy. But yeah, as for me myself,
now I can't unsee that.
yeah, that shit funny as hell. Yeah, I can't understand that shit either. That shit
Oh
look
shit.
wild. That shit crazy as fuck.
Man, this
But
nigga
nah, as
Rico a
for
freak
myself
bitch and
though,
shit.
oh shit. But nah, as for myself, my Mackin's been going swell. Um, we went out to we went to Brooklyn yesterday for a little friends hanging session. It was me, Danny, her homegirl, and then her other homeboy and shit. And
Yeah,
we
you
went to
hated that shit.
no, that shit was lit as fuck. We had a blast. Yo, the DJ, because you know they had like this thing where they call them like they call them sets. So they was like they had this little not a set or a session. That's what they called it. They called it a session. So like it was like this party, and it was like we were thinking it was like a concert, but it was just a DJ that had like a little session at what the place is called. It's called the Dumbo House, which is like the Soho House, but it's in Brooklyn. So we went out there yesterday and got drunk as hell. Had a good time. Dude was playing all the damn jams. He played, you know, that Sir. Remember that last Sir album that came out?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was playing shit off of that shit. I was like, what the hell? I'll never be hearing these type of tunes. I
at
told the
all
DJ,
and shit.
I told the DJ, I'm like, yo, let that rock. He was too damn angry. I was talking to him and shit. He was like, I was like, yo, let that shit rock, bruh. It was like,
Yeah, as a man, you should
what the
never be
fuck?
talking
They
to
was
the
saying,
DJ.
no. Oh
That's a
hell no!
fact.
I always talk to DJ, but no, that's a damn
You should be
rule. Cause
happy he didn't throw a drink in your
no,
face
dead
and
ass.
shit.
That's a whole damn rule. Because as I was talking to him, he was looking at me like, "What the fuck, nigga? You better stop talking to me and let me talk to your girl, nigga." I was like, "Damn, bro. Well, you got it, you got it." But yeah. So besides that
Hey,
shit, one thing that
was
was
you like one of
crazy
those
once we went
girls
out.
that be twerking by the DJ booth and shit? You was doing that shit to get his attention, little
Nah, me
freaky
and Danny
Nah,
was.
ass.
you filthy.
Oh, that's a little joke. But nah, me and Danny, we was dancing. We was dancing on the dance floor and shit. And you know, me and Danny, we a whole damn vibe. Like we would be the one just going out there and set up the whole little scene and the party and shit. So we was doing that shit. But one thing that you would be forgetting, because you know, when you don't go out in a long ass time, you'll forget like how much money you damn near spend. Because you know, like
Yep.
when you go out, like you just start spending random as fuck, and that's what ended up happening. Because like I didn't anticipate spending that much bread because I was just like, yeah, we can just go here. We can pregame here because you know I'm trying to be frugal again. I'm trying to like save bread. But yesterday was a big ass splurge moment. Like as soon as we got there, we ended up ordering something to eat, and that shit was expensive as hell. And then you know once you start drinking, like I told the whole group, like, yo, I'm about to go grab some drinks. So I bought the first round and shit. But you know, New York prices, that shit be too damn expensive. I was looking at that shit, I'm like,
Yo, you
what
know,
the fuck? But I already had my.
there's always one person like that's in that group that's hoping it's that one person that get too drunk and shit because they really ain't got enough money to be out there for the night. So there's
Oh,
always
that's a whole
one
fact.
person pushing you like, hey, you should go get
Hell
another drink.
yeah.
But yeah, it's always
Nah,
a
I
broke
made it
nigga
clear after I
hidden
bought
in
that
behind the
first.
bushes and shit, trying to get a
I
drink out of a nigga.
That's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. But no, after I bought that first round, that shit was like 100. So I was like, what the fuck? So
Nah,
then
that
I was
shit is
like,
over with.
oh yeah, I
That's
was
when
like,
you
well,
went home and
that's
shit,
the end of
started
my
beating
damn
on
night of
Danny.
buying drinks and shit.
No, I got upset and started beating on Danny
Nah,
at the end of the night. That shit bogus. She
nah,
wasn't
that
doing nothing
shit
but trying to
trash.
get you home safely.
Yeah, that shit trash. This nigga think domestic violence is funny. That shit crazy. But dude his funny bone is just watching women go through some horrific shit. He like, she shouldn't have act up. They would just get solid ass humor out of that shit. Like,
Hell nah.
damn, he gave you some hard jam. No, it's funny. You know, he be listening to, you know how Star be saying some wild ass shit. He be like, yo, gave old girl some Tyson. He was like, gave old girl some Tyson blows, didn't he? He's like,
This
gave her a
nigga.
whip shot. But nah, so nah, we did that. Had a good ass time. And then as far as my overall hanging. Work has been busy as fuck. And I told y'all, well, the audience don't know. So last week, my boss, he's been on maternity leave. So he's been out for like damn near 3 weeks, damn near 4 weeks. So I have to take on a lot of his responsibilities, and he's the director of our entire department. So I'm doing his job plus my job, and that shit have been too damn busy. That's why I bought these glasses, because like my hours has been like I've been on the computer way longer because I'm doing like his job, and that shit been like, nigga, some days you just be like so fucking like in the work. And that's a part of Mackin too. Let me go back to Mackin. So like me and Danny, we work in separate rooms. Like my desk is in the living room, and then hers is in the bedroom. But like after work, I'm not trying to be bothered with nobody for like I need to like unwind and like let work get out my system before I'm like ready to talk to the public and shit. And so like if Danny will come in here and I just like, I just read a email that just pissed me right the fuck on off and shit. And I'm like, ugh. And then Danny be like, hey babe, how's it going? I'd be so damn annoyed hearing that shit as I just read that email and shit. Like, yo, I need to go fucking like before I'm done with my work day, I have to like release that shit. Like I gotta because that's the hard thing about working from home. When you work from home, your house becomes fucking work, and it's hard to like, when you at work,
you gotta get up out of there and shit.
That's what I'm saying. But when you at work, you can escape it because you can come home. But then when you at home, it seems like that shit just never stops and shit. Like you just at work all the damn time. But I say that to say like that shit, you can find yourself being annoyed with someone like your partner based on some work shit because your work is at the fucking crib. And I don't know if Rico
All I
has
hear
doing
is
that
you
shit
about
like
to
because
strangle
Tierra
her.
works.
I'm about to strangle the shit out of her in the next 3 days.
Nah, I understand because my wife be on the same shit. My wife be like, nigga, I gotta get out the house and shit. I don't give a fuck what I do. I don't give a fuck if I gotta go to Target 30 different times. I just gotta get out the house and shit. Like,
bruh, I'm telling you, because like when your house and once you start working from home, and if you ever start working from, you will understand when your shit becomes the work environment.
No, I get what
your
you're
house.
saying.
You get sick of seeing that shit.
And it's like you know how like when you were at the office or you at the classroom or Rico, you at the steel mill or wherever the fuck Rico ugly ass be at. I don't know where dude ass be at and shit, but like when you're around that environment, then like work started to annoy you, then you start getting annoyed with the employees around you and shit. Like, damn, this nigga annoyed me. Like remember that one time I almost fought what's that old ass dude at
Charles
Eastside?
and shit.
Yeah, Charles and shit. Cause like that job was pissing me off so damn much. It was like, yo, this nigga Charles can get that shit. And he didn't even do shit. He just tried to walk by me and shit. Remember, he was trying to push the dessert cart past me, and I just got fucking furious and shit.
Hell yeah.
I about to beat the fuck out of him and his son. That shit was
That
wild
shit was
as hell.
funny.
But nah, so that's what I think I can say is like, far as the Mackin goes, it working from home makes it tougher to like to separate work from home and shit. Cause like when you're still in that work mindset, you have to unwind. I was telling Danny this, like, yo, I like when my work day is finished, I just need to like release that shit. So I have to literally go outside and like take a break from work or like just unwind on some lonesome, like let the work day. That's why I've been just going to the gym to like let the work day out. But it only been like that because I was telling Rico, my boss, he's on maternity leave, so I'm doing his job too. He's a director and shit. So like workload been fucking crazy busy and shit.
How's your
But
boss on maternity leave? Is that a male or a female?
Oh no, it's a male. But they get so males get 3 weeks and then ladies get 4 months and shit.
Yeah.
Damn, I never knew that.
He get 4 weeks, but like kids,
some jobs pay you and some jobs don't pay you and shit.
Yeah,
I'm about to say because when Arius was born, nigga, I think I had to work at least 60 more hours on top of the 50 I was working.
Yeah, some jobs they don't give a damn, but like some jobs that actually like want to keep the employees around, they try to figure out all type of ways of giving you those benefits. And that's one like dude is on maternity leave, but that should be making my life a living hell, doing his job and mine. But that'll help me get a promotion too. And one of the directors even said I'm in line for one, and I ain't even been there a year yet, so I'm getting close as hell to overall the 6 figures club and shit. So I'll be up in that thing real soon. But yeah, so overall, hanging going well. I've been working out still. Been doing a lot of reading. I've been doing a lot of reading. This year, one of my big shit, I wanted to get into like more history type of novels and shit, just to like, because I every time I hear like if I'm watching documentaries and shit, or like I'm really intrigued with like history, so I've been
Yes,
getting
facts.
I've been getting a lot of history books and shit, and just about U.S. history though, and like a lot of shit I've been learning, it has been wild, especially about the U.S. and like how we've been finessing
Fucking
niggas.
each other over and shit.
Well, fucking other countries over. Like one of these books I'm
Yeah.
reading. One of these books I'm reading is about how we fucked over the Philippines, the Philippines and shit, and like how we lied to them. So like we told the Filipinos like, yo, we gonna help y'all fight the Spanish to get y'all the fuck out of here, like get y'all freedom from the Spanish.
And traded on their asses like fuck.
Oh no! As soon as we helped them get their freedom, we was like, "Yo, we want this land now." And then like that war started between us and them and shit.
And
But
got
nah,
fucking smoked and shit.
hell yeah! But no, that's one thing I've been doing. So like trying to like just grow, because I like to just know about a whole bunch of history and shit. Because I hate when I'm hearing some shit and I'm like, "Fuck, I don't know nothing about that shit." So I have to like do some research. But I've been on that history wave and then working out and like doing cardio, trying to get my heart pumping type shit. You know what
Yeah,
I
I have
mean?
started my little audiobook journey back. I ended up getting my Audible subscription back. I've been loving that shit like fucking
Yo,
shit.
that's actually the first topic I want to get to right now off the back and shit. Because I was telling Rico to read the Will Smith book or to get the audio version.
I
of
am
the book.
actually finna get that with my free token and shit.
Yeah, dog, that shit is fire. But one thing I want to bring up, so we was having this debate, me, Danny, and her homegirl last night. So I was reading the Will Smith, or I had the audiobook of the Will Smith book, right? And I finished that shit. But there's a passage in the book, right, where Will Smith is talking about how he did this thing where it was Jada's birthday, like one of her 40th birthdays or something like that. And he wanted to do something grand for Jada, right? So he did this big ass thing where he did a bunch of research on Jada Pinkett. So he researched her family lineage and like traced her all the way back down to like the slave owner that was owning her family, like her people in Africa, like all this shit. He did that shit, found her favorite chef, and then her chef that makes their favorite meal, rented out a fucking island for Jada, and then had all of her favorite people in this place to celebrate her birthday, right? So like they having this big ass celebration. It's like, yo, he had this event planned out where, you know, she receives all these amazing, thoughtful gifts to show, like, you know, I actually fuck with you, right? So by the end of this shit, because there was one part in the book that Will Smith decided to play Jada audio of her late grandmother, like talking to her about like how much she admired Jada. But mind you, her grandmother passed, but Will had like the one audio that Jada has never heard of, like her grandma, like saying like, yo, I love you, you're a great person, you're doing all these amazing things, blah, blah, blah. So Will turned around and he was expecting Jada to be like loving that shit, like, wow, you really like care and do all shit. But Jada was over there fuming, like pissed the fuck off, right?
Yeah, that
So
explains why she cheated and shit.
oh no, hold on. Let me explain though. So like, they end up having this humongous ass argument, and she's like, "Yo, what the fuck is all this shit?" He's like, "Bro, I'm trying to be extremely thoughtful, and I really want to make you, you know, happy as fuck." And she's like, "I didn't want all this shit." Like she was so pissed off, and that ended up leading to them to go their like separate ways during that little period of time. But as I was reading that shit, I'm like, "Yo, is it almost damn near impossible to please a motherfucker? Like if you're doing all of that extra shit." Well, let me rewind real quick, because what I told Danny and her homegirl last night, I'm like, yo, Jada ain't shit, because like she wasn't even acknowledged like the effort and the intention that Will was going to do all of that shit, and then their Danny and her homegirl's stance was,
They would
well,
needed something simpler and shit.
yeah, they needed something
I knew
simpler,
it.
and he wasn't, and
I
he
fucking knew it.
clearly wasn't listening to what Jada wanted. So my other caveat to that shit was like, so they decided to like go their separate ways, but they were still married, right? It was like, yo, the solution to their argument they had after Will Smith did all that amazing shit was like, let's go find happiness ourselves. Like, let's become happier. Like, we don't want to have to look for each other to be happy. Like, I don't want to find my happiness in you, and I want you to find your happiness in me. I want to find my happiness in myself. I want you to find your happiness in yourself. So let's go get happy and come back together. Will decided to like go do spiritual learnings, read books, do all this dope, spiritual reflection type shit. Meanwhile, Jada was out there getting donkey fucked
by August.
August Alsina. So, question to y'all. One, do y'all agree that Will was, or Jada, who was wrong in the situation? Was Real wrong for overly doing Jada's birthday with everything that was showing like he was into that or that he was super trying to pretty much give her more like, yo, I really like fuck with you, so I'm going the extra mile to do all this shit? Was he wrong for going too crazy? And also, who was wrong, Jada or Will, in this whole process of that?
Me can go first.
I wouldn't say he was wrong necessarily. I feel like he should have read the room though, because normally when a guy go all out, even on a smaller scale or whatever, normally women feel like, why you do all this for? You must was cheating or doing some other shit behind my back. They never take it for what it is and be happy. They always got a third eye thinking you doing something, and that's why you did the grand gesture and all of that or whatever. But yeah, he should have read the room or whatever. I'm pretty sure leading up to her birthday, he had some type of temperature on what she would have wanted for her birthday. I mean, yeah, it was thoughtful for what he did.
That's what they were saying yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. That's what Danny, her friend, was saying. Like he clearly wasn't listening to what she said she wanted.
Yeah, you
He was trying to make a theatrical moment of it.
But the part to that,
and hold on,
let
me finish. Let me finish.
What if she never? Yeah, you're right, Mish. Go ahead.
Because sometimes the women can look at that as like, oh, you making this about you. You want everybody to see, like, look at this big ass grand gesture that I did or whatever when it's really her birthday or whatever. So,
That's exactly what they said. But now you nailing this shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knew her temperature coming leading up to that or whatever. So he wasn't wrong though, because he went out of his way and it was very thoughtful. He just was misguided because he didn't check the temperature or read the room before the birthday came up or whatever. But as far as they journey they took separately or whatever, I fuck with that actually, because I agree. You should find your happiness within other things outside of me. Because if I'm your number one source of happiness, I'm always gonna let you down. And it's not because of me. It's because
Facts.
You should never find your source within the next person or whatever. So I fuck with that.
You never find happiness from external shit. Yeah.
No,
it
facts.
has to be internal. Like, you have to make yourself happy. Yeah.
So yeah, I fuck with the whole journey. Journey. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna give you what's the names? You just smoked that shit, but let me play devil's advocate in that, right? We live in this surplus world, right? Where their whole life is being televised. So imagine if he didn't do half the shit that he did, right? The thing that I don't like about people with Jada and Kim Kardashian to a certain degree is y'all live these extravagant ass lifestyles, and now that he done gave y'all an extravagant ass gift, y'all upset about it and shit. That's a double standard and shit. How can you be upset at a man for doing what he deemed necessary to keep his wife happy and shit? You know what I'm saying? Even though what you just said right is Meech, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could come off as a spectacle that is for me and shit, but it's not for me. I did all that shit for you and shit. All the things that I thought that you liked and wanted and shit, I brought it to the table and shit. Cause I could have easily just did one of them things. And men have always, me, you, Trey, anybody that we've ever been with, right, have always been able to do the shit that we wanted to do for the people that we with, right? You ever feel like you did something for somebody and they always feel like it ain't enough and shit?
That's pretty much what was happening with the Will shit. But
you know what I'm saying?
But the caveat, hold on.
This nigga beat you
Come on,
up.
bro. We trying to make this a fucking business. This shit.
This nigga beat you up.
Before we even get on, we'll be fucking canceled. They go just pull this shit up real fast. Next, you know, all of us are getting fired from our jobs. But what I was going to say was what Meeches was saying. Looking at it from like, this is my birthday, and you're turning this into Will's event. You know what I mean? And that's what Danny and their homegirl was saying. Like, you made it, because like throughout the book, Jada was always saying like some of the grand shit Will wanted. She was never that type of person to begin with. Like, she didn't even want the grand shit. You know what I mean? Like, there was one part in the book where Will decided he wanted to get this big ass house and like wanted to buy this. He wanted to build a lake in the house, like in their backyard. And he was like, "You're gonna have a lake, blah blah blah." She's like, "Will, I don't want that." And he's like, "But it's gonna be, you'll be living like a queen." You know what I mean? And she's like,
Let me tell y'all,
"I don't want that."
The worst word in a relationship is compromise. Boy, that shit is annoying.
Oh yeah, I had those thoughts in my last shit before.
It ain't the worst, but it's definitely a word that stings and shit. Because if the other person don't understand what compromising, if you're compromising and the other person isn't, it changes the whole dynamic of the relationship and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But even in Will's case, like, I mean, Meech pretty much said everything, which was a great, what's the name, by the way. But like I said before, just the fact that they even had to, it shouldn't have took for him to do this grandiose thing for you to want to explode and then figure out that y'all want to do y'all separate ways and shit.
Let me ask you this shit, Rico, because you were talking about, your original point was like, yo, I'm doing all of this grand shit to make you happy, right?
Right.
Do you actually listen to what your girl wants? When
Absolutely.
I say that, when I say that, I mean like, because it ain't about the grandness of a gift of like how much you spent or how big that shit is. Like,
you want to know the secret sauce, Trey? And since we all three of us have been in like very solid relationships, you know what the secret sauce is? It ain't the fact that you're not listening. It's the fact that women expect for you to know his shit. That's the one thing in relationships that almost every male fail at in relationships.
But you gotta remember though, only why they expect you to know because they presented that information at some point.
Not always.
Sometimes,
not always.
I'm saying sometimes it'll come subtle, and you gotta pick up that little, like, if it'll come like randomly. It could have came like, y'all might have had like a conversation like 7 months ago, and maybe the conversation lasts for like a second. Like, she was like, I want to do something like that. Like, it was just small as hell. Y'all burn past that.
So now we just circle right back to it. What if she just had that same conversation with Will? Like, oh, this is my favorite chef. Oh, he makes my favorite meal. He went and did that.
Hell,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what pushes you over the edge? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I said before, I'm guilty of that too. But I've always been the person in a relationship like, yo, you have to make shit crystal clear to me. I'm not gonna read your mind or play guessing games and shit.
Yeah,
like,
but
you
sometimes
have to make it clear and shit.
But sometimes it can come across like, sometimes, you know, some dudes be like, yo, they want to do it, but they want to do it just to let the motherfuckers know that they've done it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not real. It's like, yo, my wife, she ain't never got a one for you know what I mean? Like, if I'm doing it just so I can let other motherfuckers know that this is the type of treatment I'm doing. But it's like, are you really doing it for your partner and like what she really actually want? You know what I mean? Like, it ain't about how external people are seeing it. Because like, that was her thing. It was like, or that was Jada's thing to Will. Like, bro, this shit was for the crowd that was there. This shit was for everybody to know, like, oh my God. Because like, there was portions in the book where people in the crowd was like, oh, he's like, fellas, take notes. You know, like all of the ladies that was there with their husbands.
I hate for people to say that and shit. Don't try to put somebody else's projections on me and shit. Like, nigga, whatever the fuck he do is what he do and shit. Like, me and him, two totally different people and shit. I've always hated that about the world. I hate for people to say goals and shit about other people's relationship. I'm telling
you, but that's what a lot of our generation is almost built on. I want the goals. Like, I want you to say goals, but I'm not really in it to make you, the partner I'm with, feel certain special. I want the people around me to think that you're feeling this way because I want them to envy us as a whole and shit. And that's how
Nah,
Some people
and that's why
get
I
it
always said I hated
misconstrued.
people that say goals in relationships and shit. I always despise that. I've always despised that. Quit telling
Let me
people that
show
other
real
people's
quick.
relationship is goals and shit.
So at the end of the day, what I'm hearing is you just can't make these women happy or whatever. And it's not because we can't make them happy. It goes back to what we were saying, like, go find your own happiness. Let me find my own happiness or whatever.
Facts.
And then I'll help add on to your happiness. But if you relying on me, then it's a wrap. Bitch.
Hold
No,
on.
yeah.
Hold on. I got a quick ass thought. Cause that's exactly true. And I think me, Rico, you, we all understanding that shit. Cause like, you know how the past generation was always saying, well, past, and there's some niggas that
Happy
say that
wife,
shit.
happy life and
Happy
shit.
life,
Or
but
happy
like
girl, yeah.
I
happy
don't
wife, happy
subscribe to
life.
that
But
either.
it's like, hold on, no,
I don't either.
Hold on, but let me get this out though, because like that's like if you start reading these different spiritual books and all that shit, and they all tell you the same shit. It's like, yo, happiness is found through internal shit. Even if you're with a partner, your happiness shouldn't be found through them. It should be found through your happiness with yourself. Because if you're happy with yourself, you'll be happy with that partner. But you don't have to seek happiness through them. But like our generation, some of our generation, actually no, majority of our generation believes that like happy wife, happy life shit. When it's like, no, although that's your wife, that's still an external source of where you seeking your happiness from.
I don't think our generation
You can
believe
for
that.
sure be in a relationship and be unhappy and shit.
Our
No, I've
generation
heard
don't
niggas in
believe
our
that.
generation say that shit a lot.
That's like generations way, like 2-3 generations behind us believe that. Nowadays,
I've heard
Believe
niggas
what?
that happy wife, happy life.
Nowadays, our
Nah,
generation,
it be
we
niggas in
don't
our
have no
generation
beliefs
still saying that
nowadays.
goofy shit.
I disagree.
Nah, I don't know.
It's 50-50. It's 50-50. I've definitely heard niggas say that shit, but
Yeah, I
and
don't
all
say we
that
don't
and
have
all
no
that
beliefs.
and on
though.
Meech end, I've heard niggas say the shit that Meech say too. But a lot of shit that niggas say that people that say that come from people that's like in marriages where they just stuck around for certain shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's all that boils down to. Either that or they got a dope ass family dynamic and shit where they dad kept a lot of shit from them and shit.
right. Go Meech.
The reason why I feel this generation, we don't necessarily subscribe to the happy wife, happy life, because we seen that wasn't true. We seen the past generations before us try to do it and it didn't work or whatever. And also with today's time,
we can't paint with a broad stroke because
hold on.
there's people still that says
Let me finish. Also, with today's time, we have way more information out now. Like this whole spiritual thing we talking about, therapy and all of this. We have way more information now that helps us understand sources to go find happiness versus what they have back in the
I was
day.
just finna say.
So
we just circle back into a great ass topic. Sorry, Meech. You know what I don't like about that whole happy wife, happy life thing?
right.
Because the first thing that motherfuckers say after that, the happier your wife is, the happier she'll make you. That's some bullshit. I hate for people to say that. Because if it takes for me to make my wife happy for her to make our relationship whole and shit, what kind of fuck shit is that? Like, how come we both can't bring something to the table and both be happy and shit?
Right.
I hate that shit.
Because, bro.
But you know, when I say shit like that, people be thinking I'm wilding and shit.
But nah, back to what Mitch was saying. I wouldn't paint it with a broad stroke because I mean, there's so many, like, there's hella niggas I know that's like Rico and shit. They just got married, and a lot of them subscribe to that shit. I've seen it. I've seen it on Facebook. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it on Instagram. And I've seen that shit. And even like, you know, because I listen to Star a lot, and then he be having people that call in when they be having like similar topics like that. And a lot of the dudes be saying, and you know, Star biggest thing, I'm like, bruh, I hate that because it's like, but he look at it from a different lens because he just saying that's like the softening of men in this generation. Like we just he thinks we are allowing, you know, women to walk all over us. The guys that say that happy wife, happy life, like, oh, because like one of the dude topics was like one of the dudes, he seen some guy at a grocery store and he was getting yelled at by his wife, and then Star was like, hey bro, are you okay? And then he said, dude was like, you know,
damn nigga, you doing a whole promo for Star Show.
Bro, he's a fuck, that's Star, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, he's not unknown and shit. I'm just saying, like, it's when he was describing that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about who I'm talking about, but like when he was describing that shit, it was just like that is a lot. Like you see a lot of dudes that just, oh fuck it, I just gotta do it. I just gotta do that shit. Like, hey, bro, fuck it. I don't want to make her mad, so let me just go on and do this shit. You know what I mean? And that's how a lot of dudes are thinking. I mean, but it's still catch-22 though. It's still a catch-22 because like, although we say that, there's some battles that you just say fuck it, you will do and shit. You know what I mean? Because you're like, all right, I don't. You a lot of dudes feel like they don't want the headache, so like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes are doing that shit. Like Rico, like there would be a time if you be like, should I challenge this moment, or should I just allow this to happen where I'm gonna get sunned and shit? Because I remember you telling,
more
like,
or less when I was telling you that, it's like more or less picking your battles and shit.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
You just, and that can go for anybody and shit. Sometimes you can do the battle without even arguing with a motherfucker. Like one thing I'm starting to learn about interactions with people and shit is the less you say sometimes is better and shit. And that ain't a declaration of you just bowing out or some shit like that. That's just you being smart enough to understand that the situation ain't as big as the other person making it seem and shit sometimes.
Yeah. Go, Meech.
Yeah. I just feel we in a new time now. Like we in a new space where anything goes. Motherfuckers don't care about old traditions and old values no more. Like I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm just speaking
about that.
I'm speaking for the masses now. Like all of that, people moving on their own accord.
I ain't speaking for everybody, but I'm speaking for the masses.
Nah,
You speaking for everybody,
you speaking for a
the
lot
masses.
of motherfuckers, Meech. Because one thing for sure, motherfuckers still out there thinking that a man is literally supposed to do everything and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like at this point, like I tell motherfuckers, you just do what works for you and your relationship and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people, this generation, one thing I fuck with Meech on is Meech is always willing to push the threshold about how he feel about certain shit, and I can't knock him for that. I just hate the fact that that motherfuckers pick and choose what they want to work for them and shit. You know what I'm saying? You women want to be independent on one hand, but on the other hand, want a nigga to take care of them too and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have both. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really pick and choose your battles. Like you gonna be a teammate with this person, or you just gonna be lonely and shit. Cause don't nobody want to do everything by themselves and shit. Nobody. It's not a person on earth that want to do everything by themselves and shit.
And if I'm doing
what it is,
if I'm doing
you
every,
can be the most.
if I'm doing everything by myself, why not be single then?
Hold on. Rico need
Basically.
therapy and shit. That's what I'm getting out of this combo. Dude ass need to go talk to a counselor real fast. He letting that shit out. He's spilling that damn tea.
No,
ain't
that
it?
ain't.
And that tea hot in the bitch. Ain't it, damn bitch?
No, that's facts. And Meech contested this. Meech a single man right now. Imagine a woman coming up to Meech right now and basically telling him like, "Nigga, I want you to do everything for me," right? And Meech just sitting right there looking like, "Fam, I do everything by myself. Like, what make you think I'm finna come do everything for you and shit?" That shit don't even sound accurate. Now, if a woman was to come to him like, "Hey, dog, listen, we can build together. We can do this together." That sounds way different than a motherfucker basically, because I've heard plenty of women basically tell niggas that they ain't men if they ain't taking care of the house. Well, what does the house taking care of entail of? What part do you play in that? You know what I'm saying? What do you bring to the table? A lot of people got to understand if your pussy is the only thing that you bring to the table, then you useless and shit.
Yeah,
you are useless. If you can't bring any kind of emotional stability, if you can't, if all you bringing is pussy and you can't bring no kind of emotional stability to a relationship, you're fucking useless.
Now, what's the name of that nigga?
You are useless.
Yeah, but I don't think that's every woman. I think that you looking at it from a lens of
no. I didn't say every woman. I said a nice chunk of women and shit.
Nah, I don't believe a nice chunk of women are subscribing to they only bringing pussy to the relationship. I don't believe that. I think there is women that do that shit, but I don't think it's a.
I mean, if we being honest though, like there's more women that's actually taking care of these households than niggas. Whatever, niggas be bums and shit.
Yo, right now, right now, according to like all of this shit, like there's reports and data and shit out. Like women they have more money than guys, salary wise.
Yep.
They all, because when I went to college, my graduation class, like majority was mostly women. Like it wasn't that many black men that was in that was graduating with me. You know what I mean? Like it was like an explosion because like when my generation all went to college, there was an explosion of people that decided to go to school, like blacks. But amongst that explosion, it was mostly black women that decided to do that. You know what I mean? So like nowadays, they're looking like, bro, I'm winning when it comes to making all this money. I'm the breadwinner. You kind of living off of me. You know what I mean? So like I'm making what 6 figures.
Hey, but
you're
y'all want to
making.
y'all
So
want to hear
now,
y'all want to hear the caveat to that?
hold on. The shit you were saying about how some women saying like they live in the only thing they gonna supply is pussy. You probably would have more dudes trying to just supply dick than anything.
No, that's a fact. But you want to hear you want to hear the difference in that? You want
What's
to hear
that?
the one big difference in that? The big difference in that is women get to choose who they want to play that game with. Men don't and shit.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. Hear
No,
me
we
out.
don't.
Women. Hold on.
I agree with you, Rico.
Women get a chance to complain about. Yeah, women get a chance to complain about niggas that ain't shit, and then to go on ahead and still fuck with them. Still, dudes on the other hand, it ain't that likely. We know you ain't shit, and we still go fuck with you and shit.
Yeah, you just said that. You said women would do it. You just said guys would do it.
No. Men ain't gonna complain about it. Women will and shit. Women will sit right here and tell you 90 different ways that this nigga ain't shit, right? How many times have you ever heard a dude say, she ain't shit like that?
No, niggas complain about women that ain't shit too, bruh.
That's definitely not true.
Is it more likely than the women?
Bro, niggas don't care. As long as niggas get that nut off, we ain't complaining about.
Y'all, nah.
That's all I'm saying.
No,
nigga keep it a bean, bro.
No, I'm saying y'all talking about single men or y'all talking about men in relationships? What are y'all talking about right now?
Both, nigga.
I've been both.
That's what I'm saying. So if niggas in relationship, they not just trying to get a nut off. If they dealing with a ain't shit ass chick, niggas ain't gonna just be like, all right, it's whatever. They gonna be complaining like fuck too and shit. So I can't say like, yeah. I mean, we talking about single men and single women. Yeah, both sides don't give a.
And then if we push the threshold even wait. And to even push the threshold even further, how many times have you seen a woman with a boatload of cash, right? Fuck with a nigga that ain't have shit, right? Versus a man that didn't have shit and could fuck with her if he wanted to and shit.
I don't know. I don't get what you're.
How many times have you seen a woman, right, had this boatload of cash and her man is up under her and shit, right? How many times have you seen the opposite for men and shit?
Like a dude having a boatload of cash and a chick is under him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's happening right now, yeah.
Hell no, that shit ain't happening at all.
What you saying? There's no dudes talking to women with a boatload of cash and shit?
Dudes ain't going for regular motherfuckers and shit. Actually, you know what? I take that back because now I just added a variable to that.
Let me
take that back. A woman with a whole bunch of money ain't fucking with a regular dude and shit.
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. And I know, bro. I have college homegirl friends. I know this shit for a fact that they fuck with regular guys and shit. So, but
they must be the anomaly then.
No, bro.
Because I don't see that shit at all,
bro. I'm saying based on and I'm the one that know this world since I'm around that shit. Like most of the people on my fucking Facebook are like the ones that I went to school with and shit. Besides y'all niggas, like they ain't just talking to niggas that are because like they're not just talking to niggas that are working at corporate or doing some of this shit. Like some of these niggas are just like actually, bruh. Actually, now I think about it, a lot of them are talking to niggas that ain't on their level and shit. Hold on. A lot of them are talking to niggas that aren't on them levels and shit. It's rare that you will find a nigga that's actually on a woman's level because, like I was telling you before, the explosion of income within black women and the explosion of fucking college. Like, bro, I had so many homegirls that was like up here, got an amazing ass job. They nigga ain't doing shit besides working at the fucking mall and shit. That's how I know that shit you said was extremely false. But go.
She cheating on that nigga, dog. She ain't fucking with him, G.
Actually, Rico
and she abusing him and shit.
Rico, I disagree with you on this one. I disagree with you on this one because, damn, y'all was talking so much, I lost my motherfucking thought. Wait, Rico, what was you saying? Refresh my mind.
He was saying vice versa.
I was saying that chicks that got a bag now, right, ain't really fucking with no average niggas and shit.
Nah, that's false.
And I stand by that. I done seen that shit plenty of times. Niggas,
Nah,
chicks, not bitches. Chicks done got their money up and got a whole. When women, you know what happens, dog? Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes when women get money, everything about them changes and shit.
Nah, that's another blanket statement that you lying
now
about.
Let me go. I remember.
I just said not all of them.
All right, so I kind of see what Rico going or whatever. Like, I feel like when a woman get,
though.
I feel like when a woman get her level up as far as financially or whatever, most of them, not all of them, do
she
feel
want somebody
like
to match her financial status.
Yes, most of them do feel like I want somebody to be on my
no,
level.
ain't no yes.
Now, when it comes to a guy, I feel like a guy don't care because a guy be using the money to power trip and shit. Niggas be using that money to like damn near control the woman and shit. Like, well, you know, I'm the one that provides this, the home, the car, and all of that shit or whatever. So,
and he could take any bitch he'd get that'll listen.
Nah, but to reiterate, I actually know a lot of these women, and they're not doing that shit at all. I had a homegirl, her dude wasn't
That's
shit.
What I your circle is the anomaly and shit.
Wait, do your girl know you know all these
women? Not just my circle.
Dog out cheating like crazy and shit.
But now I'm saying like, dude, just saying some bullshit.
You ain't been going to no goddamn gym.
Let's dig into this shit.
You know you ain't been going to no goddamn gym. Bruh. You actually gaining weight. Fuck going on.
But nah,
but still got a VCR and shit.
The only thing I'm saying is like,
actually, I see why he's so happy and shit.
Sounds
you know,
good.
ain't nobody more happier than a cheating man.
Yo, I'm saying like based on what like not just my circle, because you got like I have a bunch of fucking people from Spelman, not in my circle, they just on my fucking like people I went to school with, people that graduated in my class, people that's like in that shit, Georgia State, all that shit, like motherfuckers that was in the era of when I was going to school, and a lot of these motherfuckers talk to regular ass dude, like the anomaly, because like you know how me and Rico was having this talk a while back, and I was saying like how like women look up to get like niggas like us, like they getting like a cream of the crop and shit, because like most of the time niggas can't match their girls like success level and shit, and I know that for a fact because I know women that are annoyed, like the dudes would be like the situation on Insecure and shit. Remember when that shit first started, he was like on the couch working at Best Buy and shit, and she was like doing all this great ass shit, like that type of story was actually frequent as fuck across.
You literally just proved my point with that. Thank you. And what did they end up doing at the end?
They got
meeting each other when they both had their bag up. Thank you. That's exactly my point.
What point? That's not the point. What are you talking about? That's not the fucking point. She ain't get back with him because he had his fucking money up. What are you talking about?
That was part of the reason
she got back with him because she was in fucking love, nigga.
That was part of the fucking reason, Trey.
Exactly, because he bettered his life.
All I'm gonna say is, all I'm gonna tell y'all niggas right now is I know a lot of these women. And
you see I just walked this nigga down the alley, me?
You ain't walk me down. Y'all niggas don't even know these type of women and shit. Fuck is y'all talking about?
You literally just, we don't have to now. We just seen it on TV. We just seen it happen on TV.
You seen it on a script. I'm telling you, bro, based on some shit that I actually know.
Trey, you can't say that, my nigga. You just use that as the example.
No,
I just use that as the example.
Yo, Rico, I have real world evidence.
The real question is,
you just use it as an example.
I have real world evidence. So I'm saying, another shit I know, Rico, is the shit that you saying. You getting a lot of your shit from the other pod and shit. Because I've heard them niggas talk about this shit. What I'm gonna say is though,
you see what he's trying to do, Meech? Now this nigga want to be wrong. He want to just start throwing stones all over the place. Like, no,
I just heard them niggas say this shit.
Trey,
I can tell you this shit based on actual evidence, nigga.
You can't, Trey. Let me tell you something. You can't sit right here and try to use an example, and then when I tell you that example doesn't work because I just walked you down the alley,
you didn't walk me down no fucking alley. She didn't get back with this nigga because he had money. What are you talking about?
Why did she dump him, Trey? Why did she dump him in the beginning, Trey?
Because she didn't dump him. He dumped her. She cheated on him and shit.
Why did she
dump him, Trey?
She didn't dump him.
Who cheated first, Trey?
She cheated on him.
Exactly, nigga. That's a fucking dump. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga?
You said why did she didn't dump him? What are you talking about? She wanted to stay together. She was crying after she cheated on him. What are you talking about?
No, nigga, she was crying because she got caught cheating, nigga.
So she wanted it to be over. Bro,
they
still she wanted him to stay together.
She was crying because she got caught cheating, nigga. Bro. And then when she told the nigga,
he dumped her. He dumped her.
She dumped him first, Trey. No, and she treated him like shit.
She cheated on him and shit.
Exactly, nigga. That's exactly my fucking point, nigga. I'm sitting right here telling you. Once they finally got their bag up together, nigga,
that's what I'm saying. You making blanket statements for a whole fucking.
That's not a blanket statement, nigga. We seen it.
You don't. How do you don't? Do you know any women like that? Is my point. Do you know any women that's doing that shit?
I seen plenty women do that shit.
Who you know?
I don't give a fuck if I gotta see them or not, nigga. I seen that shit plenty of times.
Where? From who?
Every fucking where.
Bro, you don't have any basis on your shit. You just telling me on some. I'm telling you, I know actual women that like this shit.
I keep telling you, Trey. Thank God you know the women. They are the anomaly.
They're not,
but in real life, nigga, if a chick got her fucking bag up, nigga, she not fucking with no regular degler ass nigga like
she is.
Beach, nigga.
Yes,
no,
she
fuck
is.
She ain't.
Yes, she is. 1,000% she is. 1,000% she is.
You think somebody that,
bro? I know women right now that will talk to you like you right now, nigga, without knowing none of that education, none of that shit. Like women will talk to you, bro, and they're at the highest level, nigga. I don't know. They would not look at you and be like, "Oh no, this nigga's a wreck." Like I know 1,000 women that would like other shit that you do. Like, don't give a fuck about what money you make. Like, yo, if you can provide like the shit you do, the husband shit, you're a good father, like all of this shit, like they value that shit way higher than having your fucking like. You doing your shit. A lot of women will look for more of the characteristics that you have than that other shit you talking about.
That's why I didn't say all women. I said a nice chunk though.
Bro, I did say that. Chunk of women are looking for niggas like you, bro. I'm trying to tell you that shit.
Go ahead, Meech.
They ain't looking for they no gold digger. They got their money up already and shit.
All right, I agree,
bro. You don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro. I'm saying, but it was.
That's it.
Bro, how y'all speaking for women and shit? You just said she'll realize she'll do it one time. You saying this is what they will do based on what? Nah,
exactly.
I'm not speaking. I'm telling you what I've seen. I'm telling you what I've seen from people. I'm not telling you. No, I'm not saying, bro. I'm saying based on evidence I've seen, you ain't basing that shit on nothing. That's what I'm saying. What are you saying the one time? Who do you know from
so
that?
How come the shit that we see ain't valid, but the shit you see is?
Where y'all getting the evidence from? That's my point. Where y'all getting the evidence from?
We literally just told you we seeing that shit all over and shit.
From who?
I done seen that shit from plenty regular chicks. Regular chicks is saying that they ain't fucking with niggas if they ain't really got shit going.
We ain't talking about regular.
Listen, the status is so low now that nigga chicks is happy when a nigga got a house, nigga.
All right, bro.
Like,
we're not talking about we're not talking about regular chicks and shit. We saying you talking about chicks that got their money up.
Right.
That's what we was talking about. I'm saying the women that I know that's in that ball game, bro. I know so many, bro. Because if I just said the people you know might be the anomaly. I'm saying, but why is it because it's not just my group. It's a bunch of motherfuckers that's in this world and shit. And I can't start naming names, but bruh. I know these motherfuckers. I know a chick right now, but they do not care about this. That's my overall point. I know motherfuckers that's working in the highest level of tech, and they do it as he working like a regular ass job, like the regular of regular jobs and shit. And they don't give two fucks about that shit.
That's what I said.
What you mean? It's not based, bro. It's not based on that. They're not building around that. They build it like.
Hey, listen. Nah. 2022, I'm coming to be real with niggas.
Bro, they've been together for a long ass time.
I'm coming to be real with niggas. In 2022, nigga, love ain't the only thing that's saving relationships.
That's bro. He sounds foolish as fuck. Like that shit. Like the person I'm talking about, they've been together for a minute and shit, and it ain't about none of that shit. And like the shit. Look, I'm trying to explain. Like more women will prefer a nigga that's like Rico, as long as you have other characteristics that are making you, a good partner. Like, cause like I'm not saying like yo a bum nigga. No, listen, bro. Because I'm saying like I'm seeing niggas that's doing this shit, and I know the women that's making bread. They not like if you are doing the shit that's helping. Like I'm not saying what a bum nigga, because nobody wants a bum nigga, nobody wants a bum girl. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real, regular, good niggas like Rico, like Yo Ugly Eyes, like niggas that doing shit. The women at those high levels, they not gonna hold that against you. Like, we got a nigga that we can point out, but I don't even want to do it. But like, he's on that same level. That's not even pointing him out and shit. You know what I mean? Like, we know somebody in the circle and shit. So like, and this shit's not built on like, yo, who's built like. Don't give a fuck. Like, long as you amazing father, you amazing partner. That's what I more care about. I'm not checking for you to have my same type of bag. We know somebody in our circle that's in that current situation and shit. That's my point. Like, they don't give a fuck about. Oh, nah, you gotta. I'm getting you to. You got one.
That said person, even though I know exactly who you're talking about, that said person again has a girl that is the anomaly.
But so how many anomalies are there, Rico? I know so many motherfuckers in that sad person's fucking predicament. I know so many people in that shit. Hold on, Rico, I got another one. Another homeboy we know that was in another situation like that. And similar, she graduate, all that shit, making good bread, similar shit. That was never the issue.
And Trey, how long is it before you think that other said person, we ain't gonna talk about the first person because the first person is cemented. How long is it before that other said person had that conversation with that other said person about finances and everything else?
My point is,
go ahead, Meech.
No. Let me just finish this shit. Cause like if you're an amazing father, and you gotta also align with what they deem as like the values they're looking for. If you showing off like, yo, great father. I'm doing all this shit in the house. I'm a provider. I have my job. I'm doing all this shit. I'm making you feel super special as my partner and shit. Because that said person, from what we can see, that's what that shit looks like. Like everything is like shit ain't based on like, yo, nah, nigga, go back to school, go do all this shit, go blah blah blah. If they do it like how you deciding to do it, your partner's not saying like, yo, Rico, nigga, I need blah blah blah, because your shit ain't built on that. And I'm saying majority of the shit is similar to how like you and your partner and shit. Like niggas want that type of shit, especially the woman in those corporate or those like high level jobs and shit. Like at the end of the day, they just want happiness, bro. And it's not based on like what can you provide financially and shit. Let's go, Meech.
Thank you.
But a couple of years they already went by. None of that shit happened. Based on what evidence? No, based on what evidence? No, because you're not making sense, yo. Because you don't have evidence to back the fucking shit you're saying. We know people that's in it, and that shit hasn't happened. Where are you drawing your conclusion to what the first couple of years are like and shit? It's not an opinion. I'm telling you facts, bro. Bruh, go, goddamn. Bruh, can you talk, bruh? Just go, bruh. Slow internet out.
If you know how to do that.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. But
that's
what
facts.
I'm saying is that's not facts. It's not.
That is facts.
Yo, how's it facts? It's not based on a conclusion. That shit's not
Bro,
facts at all.
That is fact. You can't, Trey.
Bro,
you can't tell me,
bro. Yo,
you
Rico.
cannot
Yo,
tell me
let me finish. I'm saying you telling me what you think. I'm telling you what we looking
I'm
at.
not telling you what I think, Trey. I'm telling you what I know. Thank you.
I'm saying, yo, based on the person you saying right now, right? What evidence have y'all gone and seen that's what's fucking happen and shit? Did y'all have any fucking conclusion based on that? Y'all saying, oh, she gonna start seeing? She been seeing that shit, nigga. They in what?
You know what I don't like about your brother Meech? When this nigga be wrong about some shit.
No, how the fuck am I wrong? What are you talking about?
This nigga be trying to add other variables and shit. Like, dog be like, well, if the hypotenuse is they this way, like, no, nigga, you seen the same shit that you saying is the same shit that we saying. Like, if you seen the nigga, we seen it too.
No, but I know but nigga, we ain't see that. Y'all ain't the conclusion y'all drawing. Y'all drawing a conclusion based on no evidence. Y'all drawing a conclusion, but here's what might happen. She gonna see a nigga like this. She gonna be like, oh, my eyes wonder. How the fuck you gonna have a conclusion based on some shit
we didn't
you
say
haven't
might.
even seen? No,
You just said he done seen it before her too. Like plenty of people done seen it happen before.
Come the fuck on. We know niggas in this fucking predicament currently and shit. And I'm telling you, motherfuckers,
I keep telling you, nigga,
if that's not a problem, if that's not a problem within their relationship and they don't give a fuck about that shit, and a lot of motherfuckers don't care, like all this other shit, you talking about anything can be a good dad, nigga, I'm the father of this kid and you love me because of this shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna be like,
Trey,
all right,
love ain't the only thing holding relationships up no more, nigga.
I know, but it's holding your shit up, right? That shit's holding your shit up, right?
No, nigga.
I'm saying that's part of it, right? Is it part of it? Yes or no?
We've only been saying that, nigga.
Is it part of it? Yes or no, Rico?
Yes, Trey. We've only been saying that. You know what the other part is too? Finances, nigga. Being able to provide. Like Meech just said, nigga, you can be a great dad and all that shit, but if you ain't got no fucking finances, what are you here for?
You listen, Rico. Listen, Rico. Are you listening or are you listening? I'm saying I never said bum niggas. I'm saying niggas. I said niggas like you. Y'all saying them that they have to be on that same level as a chick and shit. I'm saying if niggas like you on some regular degular shit, right? You don't have to fucking now I gotta be in the 6-figure range to keep this shit going and shit to eventually match or she gonna leave.
No, you don't, but you know what you do gotta be? The total package. That's what chicks mean when they say total package, nigga.
Bro, that's what I just said the nigga that we know, and I'm saying like, yo, cause I don't know who's making more or whatever and shit, but I'm saying I'm sure like the income wise, it's like, yo, I know you make blah. You bring this shit to the table, right? Like, I'm bringing this shit to the table. I'm bringing this income shit. I still got a job, but yeah, you making X. You make 100,000. I make, say, whatever I'm making this shit, right? But I'm doing this other shit that you're not really able to do. One, because you gotta remember, it ain't just about finance, it's about the protector as well and shit. You protecting the household. You also fucking providing security, emotional security, all that shit, being a good father, all this shit. I'm saying, no, but it's not happening. You saying some shit that's based on just your thought. But if we had that connection, we have that shit built. Motherfuckers is not saying, It is based off of thought. Who? Based on who, though? I know niggas right now.
Plenty of niggas, plenty of people that seen other people leave for other
friends in those high lows. Fuck you talking about? But I'm saying, like, at those high-ass levels and shit, they looking for niggas like Rico is my point and shit. They don't give a fuck. They don't want another nigga. Oh, you gotta be a fucking lawyer to come talk to me and shit. Or you gotta be a fucking if I'm a surgeon, you gotta be on the surgeon level with me and shit. They would talk to you. Seen it on the show, Rico. You just seen it on crew. Dude is a at-home husband.
We ain't finna do that. You just told me the shit that I just said on Insecure we couldn't use. So no,
okay, then we can't use that show shit. We can't use that either. But we can scratch out the show shit completely. Then we can use just the regular niggas and experience that we fucking know and shit. We know niggas in these positions and shit. That's my overall point. Is like niggas ain't. I'm basing my shit on what I actually.
You know what's really making me mad about this conversation? Because we know a nigga right now that's on the opposite side of that conversation that makes some good ass money, and look at what the fuck happened. And that's exactly my point.
What the fuck are you talking about? But they didn't break up cousin money and shit. What are you talking about?
It ain't about money, nigga.
You just said it was about money. This whole shit was about money. What are you talking about?
When we first had this conversation, now Mish, correct me if I'm wrong. My first statement was, I said when a woman get a bag, she wants a person that meets her. Didn't I say that, Meech? Hold on. Wait. Didn't I say that, Meech? Didn't I say that, Meech?
He just said it wasn't about money.
That's exactly what I said. And then me and Meech turned right back around and I said, the only thing I don't like about that is the opposite. A dude to take a woman if she ain't got it or not. Ain't that what I said, Meech?
You just said it wasn't about money though, bro.
Time out. That's exactly what I just said. And I just literally just said, you know what I don't like about the conversation we having? We know a nigga right now that's making a fucking bag, took a woman, and now look at what the fuck happened. That's exactly my point.
You just said it wasn't about money. This whole shit was about money, nigga. You just said they had to meet you on that level and shit. What are you talking about? You're not even making no fucking sense, bro.
Trey, you're not listening. I said a woman. I said a woman, Trey. And I've only been sitting right here saying a woman. I ain't said nothing about a man. I said a woman.
You just
said the whole time.
Yeah, that was my point. That was the shit you just saying. You was proving my fucking point, bro. I was saying when women, you just flipped it. You said
I didn't flip it. I said, you know what I don't like about this conversation, Trey? I literally just said time out. I literally just said.
Yo, how is that equivalent? He was making a bag. I'm saying when a woman is making a bag, because we were just saying she wouldn't fuck with a regular nigga.
Go ahead,
right?
Meech. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Meech.
No. Yo, you were saying she wouldn't fuck with a regular nigga, right? You were saying like she wouldn't fuck with a regular nigga if she was making a bag, right? Right? That's what you were saying, right? She wouldn't fuck with a regular if she was making. No.
I said when a woman got her back up together, right? She wants sometimes. I said sometimes she wants a man that's sometimes. Right there with her. All right,
now flip. If a woman's making this bad, she want to. The other flip you just said, the guy that was making them, that actually proves my fucking point. That proves my point. Trey. He was making a bag. What are you talking about? That proves my fucking point, bro. I was saying they was willing to talk, bro. I was saying they willing to talk if you got other shit. You were saying they only willing to talk if they got the fucking bag and shit.
I said women, Trey. Point. I know. I've been saying women the whole time. That's my point. I didn't say none about dudes. And if you listen, yo, you trying to argue a point that you're wrong about, bro.
How the fuck am I wrong about? And I'm telling you,
I just said, Trey. I literally just said, Trey. I said a man. I said if a man has a bag, he doesn't care about the type of woman he gets.
And I was also saying a woman also doesn't. That's what the fuck I'm trying to tell your ass and shit. That's the fuck I'm telling you.
It's not true all the time.
You don't know the women though. You can't give me a fucking example and shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know these motherfuckers. As long as they're not a bum and they still bringing money in. Duh, I'm just saying they still helping. Just like, yo, hold on. I got a quick point. About that said person. Cause you know how they're trying to bring in buying homes and all that shit. Like he's still helping in that aspect and shit. So long as I'm saying that you contributing to this fucking shit and you're not a bum ass nigga, like he's not poor and shit. He's just not on her level of finance, but he's still getting a nice bag.
She and he are the anomaly. Thank you.
How the fuck many anomalies do you know, bruh? That's what I'm saying. You keep saying, oh, that's an anomaly. Oh, that's an anomaly too. And that's also an
because you keep saying all the people that you know. You tell me and Meech that we can't use the shit that we don't. You saying that we don't know something, right?
No one know. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving you factual motherfucking people I can pull from. Give me a factual person you can tell me and shit. That's all I'm saying. Y'all giving me fucking theories and shit based on no facts. Yeah,
if we really want to take it a step further, because I'm keeping it a buck all 2022, nigga. You think she gonna marry a motherfucker that ain't got nothing?
Well, it happened, yeah. Yes.
And what happens? And if they get a divorce, what the fuck you think she gonna say to that nigga? You came in here with nothing, nigga.
They didn't get one though. So you're giving me theories again.
I'm not giving you a married nigga with
telling you real life shit. It ain't no fucking theory. It's a theory. How did it even fucking happen? It hadn't happened. They didn't.
I'm not talking about said person. I'm not talking about said person. I'm talking about real life shit. You mean to tell me? You telling me, look in this fucking camera and lie to me. Look in this camera and lie to me. I dare you lie to me. Look in this camera and lie to me. Look in this camera and lie to me and say that if you marry a woman with her bag up, right, and a divorce fucking happen, you think she ain't finna try to leave you with nothing, nigga?
It's the same with a guy. Same shit. What's this proof? That's the same shit, nigga.
Not the same thing with a guy, nigga.
Dr. Dre was fighting that same shit. What are you talking about? He was just fighting that shit, and he lost. Dr. Dre was just fighting this exact thing. He was trying not to give her shit. She fought that shit in court. He had to give her that $100 million.
Right to, Trey.
All right. Well, we talking in circles, bro. We agree to disagree and shit, old fuck ass nigga. Hey, come and catch these hands, nigga. That's what I'm gonna say. This nigga,
wow. I can't wait till we get off the fucking pod so we can ask some females that we really know and shit.
Bro, all right. I'm just telling you, I know motherfuckers for a fact I can pull from. I just don't want to expose them and shit. But shit, I'm losing my damn throat because I was yelling at Rico glass. This brings me back to old days when niggas used to be screaming and shit. I feel like y'all was in this room and shit. I'm in this apartment because Danny she out with her homegirl and shit. So I'm in this bitch screaming like fuck, and I'm pretty sure the neighbors hating this shit. But moving forward, god damn, yo, we had 1 hour and 22 and shit, so that was a nice little talk. It started off hella good. We talking about Will Smith. We was all loving each other and shit. Niggas was having a nice vibe and shit. Then they all instantly y'all niggas instantly became ops and shit. I never seen two niggas I disdained so goddamn much. But I want to move into some music now that we kind of done with our Dr. Phil moment. We always have those moments when we go into a relationship topic and kind of pull from that. But that was a good topic. Let us know what y'all think. Who y'all agree with? I wonder if old boy that was pissed off with Rico's take, well, he gonna jump on that shit and let us know. So we'll see what motherfuckers are saying. But speaking of another, because we actually started a podcast in the realms of this rap shit that happened. So this week, this producer, his name is Young Guru. And if you don't know who Young Guru is, he's producer for Jay-Z. Like he helped produce the Black Album, the Blueprint. Like he was on a lot of those different projects with Jay-Z. Pretty much like one of Jay-Z go-to producers. He responded to Reason's comments about Fabulous and Andre 3000, which Reason said Fabulous is a better rapper than Andre 3000.
And he was on some heavy ass coke.
Yeah. But Young Guru was like, yo, he's growing really tired of rapidy rap niggas rapping about how good of a rapper they are. And long story short, a couple of the rapidy niggas jumped on, like Los, actually Reason jumped back on, and they're like, bro, that's actually a double standard, because a lot of the foundation of how hip hop was created was based on talking about your overall bravado and your penmanship and your skills. And he was like, we are turning a blind eye towards the murder rap, the drug selling rap, or the misogyny rap and shit. And he was like, and then dude pointed out like, yo, the murder rap is actually resulting in rappers actually dying. And he started talking about Mode 3 and Young Dolph and like all of this shit is like, but he's like, why are the older heads, or why are some of the critics of rap coming after something that is actually more positive and more cultural based than what the killer drug dealer rap? To that, y'all say what?
I'll let Mish go first.
All right. So my take is I disagree. First off, and one thing I would say is like, if you're saying that, oh, what else can you do? The same logic can be applied to the other genres and shit. Like you saying rappy to rap talking about that shit. Well, if I'm making rap about killing niggas and that's all I talk about, killing and selling drugs, what else can you do, nigga? Like you're doing the same thing you're criticizing the rappity rap niggas of showcasing their skill set. The same thing you're ignoring for the other side that's doing a regurgitation of the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Hold on, bro. Let me finish my shit. Nah, I'm saying to you they have replay button. That's the thing. Niggas be trying to fucking group. No, the group. Yo, let me finish my. Yo, let me. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Let me finish my goddamn point and shit. All I'm saying is like, no, your nose just as big, you fucking fool. But anyways and shit. What I was saying was, dude, we got the same goddamn nose. That shit crazy as fucking shit. But nah, what I was saying was the same thing can apply to both sides and shit. And actually, for trap rap and all that shit, the sounds are extremely the same. You know how niggas be like, yo, they'll keep making the same song over and over. Like, if you listen to the drill rap, right? So the New York drill rap, their sound will sound like you can listen to the same goddamn song over and over and over. Then, but we just talking about different niggas that we killed, or different packs that we smoked on, or different drugs that we sold and shit. Or listen to the South and like how niggas are like, yo, all this shit sound exactly the same. The only thing is, one form of that rap is easier to make and easier for the listener to digest. But if you think about how this shit came about, we ignored the skill sets that it was taking to come into rap. Like almost like how what auto-tune did to like singing and shit. Like first, singers need to actually know how to sing when they first got on when they start recording music and shit. Like you couldn't be out there like yo, hold on, let me finish my point and shit. No, let me finish my. No, I'm saying because like all I'm saying is the bubblegum quick shit is easier to do, similar to like how now like a singer can make a song that like back in the day, an artist like if Drake was like back out during like when like Michael and like Stevie and them was really like singing was the shit, and he was trying to sing his sounds, niggas would be like, yo, you can't fucking sing. But like we remove the barriers of entry of what it takes to actually prove that skill set and shit. Like you don't have to know how to sing, and then for a lot of these rappers, you don't have to know how to fucking technically rap. You know what I mean? Like let's place the hook here, talk about niggas you killed. Shit, what's the name even did that shit? DJ Academic show how easy it was to just come in, make a fucking fake rap persona. The song he made it showed you how easy the formula is and shit. He did a song that shit sounded like all the shit I've been hearing and shit. So I think it's disrespectful to come at the people with the actual real skill set because like wordplay and like the knowledge of rapping is a skill set. And like in the 90s and all these niggas, when they was first coming out, being able to rap, the skill of rapping was a thing and shit. Like now, to not know how to place a metaphor, to not know how to come in with a witty bar, to not know how to come in with wordplay and all that shit, I'm gonna just say this shit over and over and over and over and over. But there's no actual technical setup to none of this shit. You're taking away from the art. So I disagree vehemently. I think that's going into the depth of what what's happening to rap music and shit. But we're not debating that though. You moving the goalposts. Were you moving the goalposts? We wasn't talking about making hits because rapping. But I'm just saying rap. I just want to put out. I'm not saying rappity rap niggas can make hits. So we're not saying. I'm talking about trap is specific and subject matter, not making hits. Because Jay-Z and real rap niggas, Drake, all them niggas, Cole, everybody had hits. I'm not talking about that. The topic wasn't about who can make hits. I'm talking about the comments of getting sick of that style of rap and shit. You couldn't do it. It ain't about rapping at 3
technically, me could do it and shit.
No, bro, it's not about rapping at 3 minutes straight. I don't like if niggas just rapping not saying shit, I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about niggas who actually have skills and setups. Like how when Fab was doing that shit, when Wayne was on that run and he was showing like nigga, rapping is rapping, nigga. And we all was blown away. Like when we heard a Millie and we heard those freestyles Wayne was on, niggas knew like, oh shit, this is a skill set. This nigga is blacking the fuck out. When it's done correctly, and niggas, I ain't talking about this, I'm just talking about like fast rap. I'm talking about all the essence that makes rappers dope. Wayne was a artist that we knew, like when he decided, like even when he started killing shit recently, we like, bruh, this nigga spazzing. Even to Meech's point, the fucking little baby, like when he get into his actual rappy bag and shit, niggas be like, all right, he rapping, and we hold him to that standard. What I'm saying is, like, it's harder to do what Wayne was doing or what Jay-Z was doing or when Fabulous was jumping on those mixtapes than what a fucking what's the nigga's name? Fucking who or like those regular little bibbies, the fucking like regular I kill niggas raps and shit. Like Wayne and all that shit that they was doing, that type of skill set was way tougher than going in and just gonna throw a trap beat on and just come out with a song and shit. Not that, I'm just saying making that song and shit. So we're not debating hits.
First off, that nigga hypocritical and shit. I'm stop listening to all these old niggas in the first place and shit. Like all these niggas is hypocritical. You can't be sitting right here telling the nigga that you tired of rappity rap niggas after you just produced for a nigga that just talked about selling bricks for the last 20 years and shit.
Facts.
Like nigga, fuck out of here. Like you
and
niggas,
he was a rappity. Jay-Z was showcasing
and is a rappity rap nigga.
Like he'll tell you, like,
bottom line,
yeah.
These old niggas need to just shut the fuck up. A lot of these niggas, no, 2022, I'm coming in real honest with niggas. A lot of niggas really just gotta start shutting the fuck up, bro. Honestly. Cause when niggas be talking, they don't be thinking about the shit that come behind what they be talking about. Timberland for saying that fucking The Weeknd sound like fucking Thriller. Just a lot of these niggas just really just need to shut the fuck up. Bottom line and shit. You can't have it both ways. That's the beautiful thing about music and shit. Not only is it subjective, but it's something there for every fucking body. If you don't want to hear about a nigga popping Xannies, you got niggas like Cole and Jay-Z in them. If you want to hear them get high all the time, you got Future in them. Like the bottom line is you can't be sitting right here trying to say that you don't like one certain thing when nigga that one certain thing was the one that brought you your fucking fame and shit.
That's what I was saying. It was a hypocritical shit. And then they group them all in the same. It's almost like, yo, they try to group them all in the same realm and shit. Because I've noticed that shit happen a lot of times where you will see a rapper, let's say Cole, for instance, shit, like he can rap, but he's not gonna be doing those shit that Talib Kweli would do and shit. You know what I mean? Like he's not gonna be just like showcasing like for no reason at all. You know, I like some rap, like how we was talking about Mitch was talking about Eminem, like I just want to show you how fast I can rap and say these words and group them together and shit. You know what I mean? Like
the one thing about rappers like Eminem and it's two rappers that's successful and commercially known that does that. Wayne and Eminem and shit.
The
It'll
difference,
make a difference. It'll make a difference. What song that they're on, they're going to
right.
show you that lyrically they're better than you and shit.
And
if
it
that
works.
means
I'm gonna say it works for somebody like Wayne because one, he know how to showcase. He does a better. One, he's more relatable, but also he can do a better job of showcasing the skill set. You know what I mean? And then Wayne was the one telling niggas like, "Yo, who am I? I'm the best rapper alive. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas why I'm better than y'all and shit." The only difference is it's not over the top. When Eminem, he'll just be like, I'm gonna just go fast as fuck and show y'all how many words I can squeeze into this shit. And that's when I think that part of the down niggas like, yo, we don't give a fuck about that shit. But because you ignoring certain aspects of the rap, like you only focusing on one thing. Wayne, he can be like, yo, I'm just gonna give you some wordplay. I'm gonna give you some punchlines. I'm gonna give you some fucking metaphors. I'm gonna bridge it all together and show you the whole picture, the big picture. And I feel like we can't ignore that shit and then just say all of that shit. And they group all of them niggas in the same. Because Wayne, if you're looking at the logic of his skill set, you could be like, oh, he rappy to rap nigga. But like, nah, he actually raps at an elite level, but he could talk about that other shit as well and shit. Go. Yeah. But I think
he was different.
Nah, but the thing is, the other fan base looks down on the rappity rap fan base too, though. So you gotta keep the same energy. Nope.
Yeah, they did, and I was just about to say that.
I'm not talking about that. Yeah, I'm not talking about back in the day. I'm talking about right now. Right now, nigga, there was a whole campaign. I remember when niggas was killing the rappity rap fan base. Remember when that whole fuck Russ movement and all that shit? Like you had all these trap. Remember old boy was like dissing J. Cole. Like it was a whole movement to diss the
Wait, hold on,
rap.
Trey. Thank you. I'm glad that you said that. I'm so glad you said that because niggas got to understand. All of us are in the age where we didn't seen where music then went. Like, bro, we've literally had all the eras. We didn't have the rappity rap eras in our era. We didn't have, nigga, when trap music was out, nothing else was moving and shit. I don't give a fuck what it was. Nothing could surpass. It was a point in time, bro, where Jeezy, T.I., Gucci Man, Ross, them four was like the pillars of rap and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole trap music movement was running rap and shit. And them niggas wasn't the most rappity rap niggas.
They was good at rapping. They was good at the skill set of rapping, but they also had the subject matter to go with it and shit.
Exactly. So it's just like these niggas, you can't at the end of the day, rap is gonna always change and shit. We literally in an era now where rappity rap is in, but whatever this shit that Future and all them niggas is doing is like top rank right now.
Oh, rappity rap now. I mean, it's not like the biggest consumer, the biggest. More of the acts are less rappity rap now than they've ever. I don't think rappity rap is in like drug rap, drill rap.
No. When I say it's in, I'm saying that it can live in the same space that we in right now and shit.
Oh yeah, but you know I just wanted to make it clear that. I just wanted to make it clear that that both audiences came after each other. The trap audience came after the rappity rap audience. Rappity rap audience came after the trap. Both sides come. It's not a one sided like yo, you don't fit in because, like I said, the fact that we be using this term rappity rap came from one audience calling some shit rappity rap and shit. You know what I mean? Like both audiences been taking shots at each other, but at the end of the day, both sides can coexist and shit. And I enjoy more the skill set of rapping shit. Dude, yawning this shit. Rico yawning this shit. That shit crazy. Yeah, he knew how to bridge that shit together.
He can blend it. Yeah.
Hell yeah. But let me just get to the next one because that's speaking of a person that does an amazing job and is new on the scene but knows how to blend rappity rap with actually making good songs. As this artist by the name of Cordae. And if you don't know who Cordae is, he was formerly known as YB Cordae. He was part of the YB brand, which was like YB Amir and all them dudes. But he ended up dropping YB and just becoming Cordae. And he got his buzz started when he had J. Cole had dropped this song, and then he had flipped it. It was called Old Niggas, and then he was just trying to explain like the difference between old and new niggas and all that shit. So he dropped the album in 2018, maybe 2019. I forgot the name of the album, but that shit was amazing as a fucking classic and shit. So Cordae dropped that. So the bar for Cordae, I was like, oh shit, because I had no idea that he was this type of rapper when that shit came out. Because when I seen YB on his name, I assumed he was going to be similar to like that YB
Same.
style.
Fuck me up.
Fuck me up, because that album we all was shocked like hell when he dropped that. So naturally, after I was pleasantly surprised with that first album, I was like, all right, I'm gonna be on the lookout for this kid, because he's not just I can spaz, but I can't make music. Because there's an artist that came out similar time that I'm noticing doesn't have what Cordae had, and that artist is Joey Badass. Like, he's just a good rapper, but he can't make a song like fucking Cordae and shit. So then Cordae followed up the release and just dropped his newest latest project, which is called From a Bird's Eye View. And we've been pretty much review. What was y'all takeaways from the album?
Let Mish go first. I thought it was pretty solid. I gave it an 8.5. Some great production. I got 2 songs on there that's very good. I was telling everybody in the chat yesterday. I mean, this literally he sounds like J. Cole and shit. Like, this is very J. Cole-esque, and I ain't mad at it. I mean, he 2 for 2. He didn't drop the ball and shit. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas don't have a good. Roddy Ricch didn't have a good second album and shit.
Not at all. He actually getting arguing with niggas on Clubhouse. I don't know if y'all heard that shit.
So that in a nutshell. I mean, I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
That album, Roddy Ricch album was so damn bad. His ass went to Clubhouse. They had to challenge his street cred. And she said, "Hey, you ain't from here, little bitch ass dude." And shit. And I was listening to that. Hey, that shit be funny as hell.
This nigga whack crazy. But yeah, I mean, it's a solid effort. You know what I'm saying? It was so far. He set, like Trey said, he did set the bar and shit for the rap album of the year and shit. So I'm looking forward to see whatever else he got coming and whatever else everybody else come with.
And I want to make this clear. His 2 early projects, to me, he's already surpassed both Wale and Big Sean. And his discography is already outranking both of their discographies. Pretty favorable. But go, Meech.
It didn't throw me off. I was always against Chance and shit.
Of course. Nobody's saying that.
Nah, he is this generation's J. Cole.
But but hold on, finish your shit so I can get my shit out. Nah, I heard him on songs when niggas get busy. And he did it. He held his own. I heard him on songs with Nas. He held his own. Heard him on songs with Kami. He held his own. But you keep going though. All right, let me get this. All right, let me go and shit. All right, so one, I mean, of course, I disagree with that shit pretty vehemently. But my main disagreement was this current generation don't really give a fuck about that style of music. So the fact that he can pop, like when Cole and Big Sean and all, that was they called that the blog era of hip hop. For a rapper to come in during like the druggy rap scene of hip hop, where most people and he was part of the YB brand, which was more like they wasn't making no rappy rap type of music at all. So the fact that he can stand out in this time and come out with a solid project shows just how unique he is as an overall artist. And his uniqueness is not just towards rapping. Like, his uniqueness is an ability to understand. Like, he does a few things that most artists struggle with off the bat. That's one, understanding production, understanding what beats to pick, what beats to be perfect for your album. Like, he always seems to pick a better, how like we was saying like, how Cole would just always pick the wrong beats to be rapping on. Like, Cordae never seems to have struggle with the type of production that he picks. 2, Cordae also has a good ear for the music and the songs and shit and who should be on a song. Like, he would go get a Her. Like, he would work closely with a Her. He would work closely with a fucking, like, with Nas and like Hit Boy. And like, the type of people that he's aligning himself with, because he's looking at the overall product is like, yo, I'm not going to be just coming at y'all with I can blah blah blah, just rap. I'm gonna come at y'all from I can make songs like that song Rico was talking about, Mama's Hood, or the shit Mitchell that posted the Chronicles, or like, I'm not just gonna beat y'all down to death with lyrics and I'm gonna show y'all all of these. Like, I can sing, I can fucking have Stevie Wonder playing a fucking harmonica on the album. Like, I can do all of these things to show you how versatile I am as an artist. And I feel like for him to be doing this at this early ass stage of his career, you gotta remember this nigga he's young as fuck. Like where he's at, Cole and them wasn't even in the game yet. Where he's at in his peak. Like Cole had just dropped a come up at the age. And if you go listen to like, yo, if he's making this type of music at this early age of his fucking career, imagine when he really matures and becomes, because he already has a unique ass ear for music. So I think he'll be here for a long time. And I also think he's not going to go down the Chan's reign or like the Chan's aspect, because Chan's decided to like really position itself as like extremely positive, extremely righteous when it comes to like worshiping, God and all of this. Like I want to position myself within this realm. Cordae is like, nah, bro. Like, I was listening to the Breakfast Club. He was like, nah, when I made this shit, I was high as fuck on shrooms and shit. Like, I'm not gonna make myself holier than thou to be pushing my shit above y'all and shit. And I'm gonna also come with some solid ability to show y'all, yo, I can make actual music. I can make an actual song. When a lot of our top rappers struggle to do that shit. You know what I mean? So I love the album. I'm with Rico. I think he's 2 for 2. I think he set the bar. Because the thing is that I like when a good project comes out that's quality, and then because like sometimes when albums that come out that's like okay, you don't have nothing to just the bar of what you should be comparing that shit to. And Cordae always puts lights on when some shit trash. I remember the year he dropped that first album. Remember when DJ Khaled had dropped that trash ass shit? And we was like, what? He had all those, like every rapper, all them rappers on that shit. Like, yo, this shit's fucking garbage. And it was a lot of artists that was dropping during that time. So this would just show us like, yo, this is the album to beat, even if it's just a young dude that's doing it, quality-wise, not numbers-wise, because niggas gonna smoke the numbers and shit. But overall quality, this will be the fucking album to beat. I say he did a good job. I like what they're trying to do with Cordae. I like that they are positioning him as this generation J. Cole. And the thing is, he's still getting better though. Like he's, to me, I remember when I started to notice, not now. I remember when I started to notice when Giannis was starting to get better with playing basketball and shit. And like I remember it was when we had lost to Toronto Raptors, and like they had decided to build the wall, and like they had beat us like 1, 2, 3, like 4 straight games and shit. But I remember I started to see him like Giannis like getting better, like he was, because that's when he was like averaging like 16, but like he was starting to like get better at basketball and shit. That's the shit I'm noticing. Like I can see the potential of where Cordae is going, because I can see him getting better, like at his song structure, at his overall design of an album and shit. Like I'm seeing where this shit is going. Like I was seeing when Yana, like I'm like, yo, if he started getting this shit, same with Cordae, like he started working with her more and shit. They started doing more collabs and shit. He started doing more shit with Hit Boy and shit. He started working with like those type of shits. I think it's only up for him. So shout out to Cordae, solid project. Make sure you go check it out. It's called From a Bird's Eye View. I gave it an 8.5. That's gonna be the album to check for it and to see. Just use it as a gauge at whatever albums do come out. Cause I know the Game supposed to be dropping a new album. He just dropped a single. I don't know if y'all heard that shit. The shit was, yeah, you gave your what's the name already and shit. But
I ain't mad at that beat.
yeah, but I'm wrapping this shit up. I'm about to get to the next shit though. But yeah, just check that out. At 8.5 and shit. But speaking of another rapper that's constantly doing shit would be my boy Kanye. It's like I'm at like a love relationship with Kanye. Some weeks I'm like, yo, this nigga is that dude. Then some weeks I'm like, yo, this nigga is starting to be looking foolish as fuck. So, first off, y'all seen that weird ass picture when he was hanging out with AB and who the fuck was that?
Floyd Mayweather
and all that shit. What the fuck is happening to Kanye?
Madonna was in that picture?
Yeah, Madonna was Madonna was in that picture. That was her. That was her that was sitting next to in the middle and shit.
Oh shit, I didn't know she was in there.
Hell yeah. That let me know like, yo, we ain't never getting old Kanye, but that nigga is done. Not done career. I'm talking about like the guy that we thought was like this pro black, all this shit. I used to always have hope that he was gonna eventually go back to that shit. That picture let me down. Like, nah, he done with that shit. He just loved his white American shit too damn much.
What album was that with the song "Blood on the Leaves" and shit?
Yeah. What did you want to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. George Bush don't care about black people.
College Dropout was
yeah,
a
College
whole black
Dropout.
experience and shit.
Bro. Remember he was doing a little fraternity shit. Like he was just
Q-Dog
doing
shit.
Alpha, Step, Omega. Like that was all
Step,
fucking
yeah.
black fucking sororities and fraternities and shit. Like,
which album was that where he had blood on the leaves and shit?
Oh, that was Yeezus.
Yeah, that's exactly where this nigga at. Now he's slowly returning back to Yeezus' shit.
Yeah, no, he's slowly returning back to like shit. He turned into the Michael Jackson, but in a bad way and shit. Not the music wise, but just like remember when everybody was watching that nigga slowly just lose his shit. That's all I'm saying. When I'm saying Kanye hanging out with AB, and I'm like, yo, AB got CTE, so I understand why he's crazy. Maybe Kanye got CTE and shit. But y'all heard that verse though, when he said when you see Pete Davidson, he's shooting a fair one with him.
I didn't, but I ain't mad at him.
Oh no,
I'm not mad at it at all and shit.
Hold on, let me go. I'll find it real quick. But he said like, yo. Oh no, I don't have it. It's a they just quoted it and shit. I didn't actually. The music ain't out and shit. So y'all can keep talking though as I look for this shit. Yeah, y'all can keep talking though. Y'all.
I'm not mad at him for wanting to square with Pete Davidson and shit, but nigga, you can't be mad at another nigga either and shit. Like,
I don't think he should be fighting Pete Davidson to keep it a being. Like, shit, your girl chose me. What Pimp C said? Your girl chose me, bro. You know what I mean? Your girl chose me.
In all fairness, the real fairness part of me is yes, you correct and shit. The nigga in me is like, man, bust dude and shit. But
oh no, actually, he said it on that. He actually said it. He said it on that the game song though.
Yeah, I mean, Pete Davidson ain't never did nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? He just a casualty of war at this point and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Pete Davidson ain't mentioned dog name, ain't said nothing about dude and shit. You know what I'm saying? At this point, whatever Kanye saying they're doing is just being out of pride and saltiness and shit. Like, and you know, the more and more that I'm seeing that, that ain't his fault though. Yeah, because the world is definitely thinking Kanye is sweet right now and shit.
Oh hell yeah!
The fair part of
his ass though. By the way, he just beat some dude's ass recently.
Yeah, the humility and the fair part is like, man, Pete Davidson ain't really do shit to dog. You know what I'm saying? But now hindsight looking at it, I can honestly, I ain't gonna say I can honestly see, but I kind of understand what Kim was talking about. Like, nigga, Kim. Damn,
yo, just full circle moment.
I was just gonna say with the Jada shit.
Hell yeah,
with the Jada
shit. Bring it up, bro. Bring it up.
With the Jada shit, this nigga Kim. Well, in this case, Kim was telling this nigga she just wanted to do regular shit. And this nigga Kanye want to buy her $1 billion in stocks and shit. Like, nah, nigga, I just want some peace and shit. Like, I just want to go on a fucking roller coaster. And all the shit that she said she wanted is the shit that Pete Davidson doing right now and shit.
Hell yeah, and that showed you like some niggas got their ego in charge and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to look for that was a full circle moment and shit.
Hell yeah. That shit wild as hell though, but I'm trying to see if I can find this goddamn song and shit. Well, no, I mean it's just, that's kind of why she was like, "Yo, this shit is done with, bro. Like you clearly not listening to me and shit."
Nah, she was done. She was done with Kanye because I think Kanye. Yeah, Kanye was just doing. He was doing shit that she wasn't on and shit. Like Kim trying to actually. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Kim actually trying to fight the system and change the world and shit.
Yeah, she's like, I'm sick of this stupid nigga. That's probably what she was thinking and shit. Like, I can't take this stupid nigga nowhere and shit. This stupid nigga gonna tell the world about this shit.
She out. I mean, truth be told, bro. Hindsight, looking at it now that I'm a lot older and I done seen their relationship, she really outgrew that nigga and shit.
She did, didn't she?
Like she outgrew dude and shit. Like they just two totally different people and shit. Hell no.
Nah, I don't agree with that shit.
Nah, I don't agree with that shit at all and shit.
Yeah.
She wasn't doing that shit with Kanye and shit.
Nah, it was what's his name? Ray J put her on and shit.
No. He put her on. Nah, that whole justice reform shit, Kanye wasn't doing that shit either and shit.
Yeah, and you know her dad was a lawyer and shit.
What justice reform shit was Kanye doing? If he was, I don't know none of that shit. Was he? No, hell no, that ain't true. Cause she was taking a little law shit, not before them, but she's taking a little law shit while she was doing all that shit. Like,
Yeah, I think I might just release this today actually, because this was supposed to be an episode we supposed to drop. That was our 103, so I just will get this shit out this today if y'all cool with that shit.
that's cool.
I said y'all cool with that shit, fellas. Nah, hey, it was a great ass pod though, but we about to wrap this shit up. Because we at the 2 hour mark. Nah, that's good. I mean that passion, that intensity was back. We was missing that shit for a little while and shit. Yo, Trey is on the mic rapping this shit like a motherfucking dyke. You know what I mean? That's how we feel. I'm feeling good after this episode and shit. We needed some shit like this. And hopefully we can get the video plan and all that shit. But this is episode 103, Mackin Hagen Podcast. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is MACKINHANGIN_podcast. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe. Like the video. Make sure you like the video. Like the goddamn video. Comment. Tell Rico you ain't fucking with how his house decorated. Tell Meechers you ain't fucking with that asbestos hanging out the window and shit. You know, all type of shit like that. But thanks for listening. Episode 103. We're gonna see y'all next week. Oh, you got a homeboy battling shingles? Well, yo, shout out to Meechers' homeboy that's battling shingles, bro. Yeah.
Bro, that's the wildest shit in the world. How the hell he get that 80-year-old disease and shit?
How the fuck he catch singles when COVID going
Who
around?
the fuck he was having sex with in the nursing home?
That shit wild as hell. Hey, how the fuck he out here catching this shit that's like been hell yeah, dude might be paid. He might have wanted to start this whole pandemic. He out here bringing back old shit from like the 50s and shit.
Yeah, this nigga finna bring back Spanish flu and shit with his slow ass.
Yeah, tell him to stop. He needs to stop taking baths in dirty sinks with his glide. That's how you probably caught that shit. But that's gonna wrap up the podcast.
That's what happened when you sleep with the oven oven and shit.
That's the whole fact. But we up out of here.